So did Screaming Doll come back last night, or did Terra Firma ban him?
I'm hoping.
He's probably hidden.
I think he probably he's hidden away with the rest of those dumb chickens.
Did they come back last night?
I assume so. Oops, don't care about that. All right, let's look at some challenges here. Let's do some stuff. Some people want to hear some behind-the-scenes stories of PAX, Kristin.
Behind-the-scenes stories of PAX.
Yep. Names can be changed to protect the innocent or guilty.
There are no innocents.
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you about how I'm famous for wounding myself in incredibly creative ways.
As long as you don't demonstrate.
As long as I don't demonstrate. No, I was actually just telling somebody this story recently too, because they didn't believe me. So I'm Canadian, and my cell phone is a Canadian cell phone normally, right? So when I go down to a PAX, I usually have to pick up a U.S. phone, because there's so much messaging and things that happen. We were trying to remember what year this was. I think it was like 2009 or 2010. It was a while ago. And it was PAX Prime, and I had a flip phone. So it was a while back. It was a flip phone, and it was in my pocket. And I was going somewhere in a hurry with my PA Corey, my assistant. And in my pocket, the flip phone it switched to speaker, like onto speaker mode, and I didn't realize that it happened. And my phone rang, and I picked it up. And I opened it, and it was on maximum volume, speaker volume, which I didn't know. And when I put it to my ear and opened it, there was this burst of sound that came out of it. Like, I guess it was like a pulse of static or something like that. And it was so loud, like I actually felt it like it was wind against the side of my head. And it was this horrible static burst. And I pulled it away, and I was like, "Oh man," because it was so loud. And my assistant was looking at me really funny, and I felt something on the side of my head, and he's like, "You're bleeding," and it had actually ruptured my eardrum.
Oh my God!
Wow.
So I had to go.
Why couldn't the phone get
I
that
didn't
loud?
know that could happen. I didn't know it was possible. So I'm standing there in the lobby with like blood trickling out of the side of my head, cursing my phone. And I had to go see the paramedics. They looked at my ear, and they're like, "Yeah, you tore your eardrum."
So
Wow.
so how long does a torn eardrum take to heal?
I freaked out because that sounds like it's a bad thing. Like rupturing your eardrum sounds really bad. And I thought, oh no, is it gonna go deaf? Like what's gonna happen? And they're like, "No, it's fine, it'll be fine." And they said it's just like cutting your skin. Basically, they said it was a small tear.
Really?
And they said I had to keep like an earplug in for 3 days or something, I can't remember.
So the length of PAX.
Yeah, basically like the PAX. And he said it's essentially like a Band-Aid, and that it would heal and I would be fine. And sure enough, it did, and I was fine. But I thought, like, I can't just fall down some stairs or twist my ankle or something. Like, no, I have to
gotta be special.
rupture my eardrum with a phone.
So also, if somebody is mad at you because that PAX, they were like, "Hey, Kristin," and you
And I just
completely
didn't
ignored
hear
them.
anything.
It's just that you didn't know they were there.
That's right, I'm like, whatever, I have earplugs in, I can't hear anybody.
You spent PAX just being like, what?
What? And then a few years later, right at the beginning of the show, I was walking through the expo hall trying to get somewhere, and it as I'm sure anyone who goes to PAX knows, it gets really crowded in the expo hall. And there was a camera crew filming something, and a guy had like a really big shoulder-mounted camera. And it was really crowded, so I was trying to walk past them to get through, and the camera guy turned, and there was a big battery pack on the back of the camera, and he turned, and the battery clipped me right in the side of my, it was the side, I can't remember which side of my face it was now, but clipped me in the side of my face. And I happened to be wearing my glasses at the time, so my glasses like went whee and went flying. And I was in a hurry, and he was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry." And I was like, yeah, whatever, it's fine. I gotta go. And I'm looking for my glasses before they got stepped on. And honestly, at the time, I was just really happy it wasn't an attendee. It was like, I'm like, if someone's gonna get hit in the face with the camera, at least it was me. And I finished whatever I was doing, and I went and looked at it, and it was pretty red, like I had a bruise starting to come in, and I was like, oh, okay, that's not so bad. Wow, it really hurts. Maybe I should put some ice on it. But no, it'll be fine. And over the course of the weekend, it slowly just got bigger and bigger and blacker and blacker. Yeah, a bunch of enforcers are laughing at me because by the end of the day, they remembered that happened because I just had the most amazing shiner that came in over the show, and by the after party, I had to do like all my speeches and everything with this amazing black eye. So we were trying to think of creative ways I could tell people that I had a black eye.
Did you have like Sony imprinted in the side of your face?
Yeah, it was sponsored space.
Yeah.
You know, if I could bruise it in a particular pattern. Yeah, everyone was asking if Robert had hit me, which of course he hadn't. that was a popular question. You know, yes, my boss slugged me because I was doing something stupid. But no, it was like I was taking slow pictures of it over the course of the weekend as it got more and more impressive. So yeah, that was nice. It was definitely fantastic.
Cool.
So that's usually my behind the scenes is trying not
You
to
collect injuries
wound
as well as penny
myself
arcade
in
pins.
new and exciting ways.
Oh, dear.
It's nice not wounding yourself in ordinary ways. It's
Yeah,
so passe.
well, and I was thinking about it because, see, we have, the organizers, we all have PAs, we have assistants, right? And my assistant, a large part of his job historically has been stopping me from walking into walls, because we're always on our phones, right?
Yeah.
You know, so as I'm walking around at a quick pace, he grabs the back of my shirt just before I go into a pillar or something.
He actually does.
We've known each other for a long time, so he'll just go like, whoa, and snatch me out of harm's grasp, and give me water and carry all of my phone's radios is sort of a large part of his duty.
Make sure your phones
Get
are
me,
not
get
on
me where I
speakerphone.
need to be. Well, yeah, that's a new one. Make sure it's not speakerphone. But yeah, that's what my PA does.
Carries
largely,
Band-Aids.
is carry things and save me from the simple injuries.
His medical
Those
kit
are
must
the ones
be-
that he can foresee.
Does your PA actually like carry a little medical kit?
It's actually an ambulance that just slowly idles, just follows us, woo, woo, right behind us. Yeah, that's what he does. So I have to get very creative in order to injure myself without him intervening. He's
So-
very quick.
So I hope none of your children picked up on this genetic disposition.
So far so good.
That's good.
They're pretty safe for the most part.
You're taking the fall for everyone.
Yeah, exactly. I absorb all of the
Literally the fall.
injuries. Yeah, literally. I literally take the fall for them. I would, of course. And my youngest is just too stoic to ever wound himself. He would say something like, "Well, that's not efficient." Or something. I can't afford the downtime. That would be a very Sagan thing to say.
That would